Hi guys, so the pandering to Nigel Farage and Reform UK in the vain attempt to stop them is being ramped up. As reported here by the BBC, the government is planning not just to punish those who arrive by small boat, but anyone entering the UK with a visa from a list of countries. Something that's rumoured is restricting visas to people arriving from countries like Pakistan and Nigeria. Now this is all part of the former Tory plan to reduce immigration because reasons. But as Henry Zeffman from the BBC points out, it will likely face some pushback.
This is going to form part of the immigration white paper, which the government will publish next week, and that will set out Sir Keir Starmer's plans to reduce net migration, which he promised at the general election, reduce it below 728,000, the figure he said it would come down from. And as part of these plans, the government is going to restrict work and study visa applications from the nationalities who are deemed most likely to overstay and claim asylum. And according to the Times newspaper, which first reported these plans, those nationalities include Pakistan, Nigeria and Sri Lanka, because the fear in government is that these visas are being used by some as a backdoor into Britain's asylum system. But I think you will also hear those who will say, well, hang on, it is discriminatory to reject someone from working or studying in the UK solely on the basis of their nationality. So it wouldn't be any surprise if this ended up being challenged both politically but also potentially in the courts.
This is nonsensical. These are people who are arriving in Britain to work or to study. They're contributing to society. They're contributing to the exchequer. Now, if there are people who are then going on to claim asylum, that's a different issue. But if there's a problem with that, then what you do is you process their claims correctly. If they don't have a legitimate reason to be in the country, then they get deported. It's nonsensical to say what we're going to do is we're going to restrict visas for work and study to a number of countries because a lot of them claim asylum after. So people who have no intention of claiming asylum in Britain are going to get rejected because of someone else. Of course it's going to be challenged, and these people would have a case. Now, the government have the ability to limit the number of visas, and that's their discretion. But the goal here, it seems, is just to bring down immigration. I've yet to hear from the Conservatives or from the Labour Party why immigration is a problem. You keep hearing, we need to bring down the numbers are too high, but I've yet to hear anyone say why it's a problem. Some people within the Conservative Party will say why they think it's a problem. Reform UK have no problem explaining why they have a problem with this. But for the government, there's a shortage of workers in the NHS, in social care, in agriculture, in hospitality. These sectors used to rely on workers from Europe. When Brexit happened, a lot of them went home and did not return. You have to bring people in from abroad. You need to have the Conservatives brought in a visa system to restrict the numbers coming in. Before the general election last year, the Tory government, put in extra measures to limit people from bringing their families with them, which reduced immigration, which cost universities foreign students, which cost them a lot of money, damaged those universities, and continued to damage the economy because businesses couldn't access the workers they need, or it became more expensive. So the approach seems to be, let's just double down on this. Why? Well, because Nigel Farage is angry about immigration. Once again, I've yet to hear an actual reason why immigration is a problem for the Labour government. This is going to be damaging, and it's going to be challenged in the courts, and if the government do eventually U-turn, well, Nigel Farage will be sitting on the sideline saying, oh, see, you're weak. Well, if we were in charge, we would ban all visas.